Hey, what's up, YouTube? I just thought I would share my first 2 months of riding wheelies or learning to do wheelies really on the Surron. And all these wheelies were basically me just spending maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day, maybe not every day of the week, but just here and there. My first wheelies here are just basically terrible. Like, I can't even do anything. This is just after getting the Surron, and I can't even barely get the front up. But that's how it goes. You got to start small and get used to what it feels like. After a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks over here, the front coming up. But this is basically learning how to control a brake and, if you get into trouble, bringing the bike back down. Again, I only spent a little bit of time, and probably I would say 4 days a week, just out playing around and trying wheelies. Right there you can see that was my back brake getting used. It's very important to cover that brake and learn how to use it when you get in a situation. So my advice, if I can give any, I'm not great, is starting off small. Don't try to rush it. Get used to the bike coming up and get used to using the brake. At this stage, I hadn't crashed or done anything like that. I just started getting used to the bike coming up. It wasn't until around, this time frame that I think I actually did end up crashing, and I did a lot of practicing on some grass in this park down here. I figure if you're going to crash it or loop it, crashing in the grass is probably the best idea. And so if you're going to get crazy and grab a lot of throttle, grass is a good place. So here at this park, I have an open area of grass this is where I was practicing, not necessarily trying to keep it going, just snapping it up and getting used to how much throttle will get the bike certain height. And if I get too high, then back brake, and this park is terrible. It's very bumpy, and obviously you're not going to get a good balance wheelie when you're learning on a bumpy terrain, but just you see there, getting that back brake and understanding, at least how fast that wheel can come up, and it's all muscle memory in the end. You start getting used to, how much throttle it's going to get it to the balance point or close to the balance point, and then you can start figuring out a little bit more of how much power to keep going or confidence in holding on the throttle instead of just letting it off. So here, after a little bit of time, you can see me get some distance. It's coming along. I'm getting more confident with holding on to the throttle. And then after, 45 to 60 days here, you'll see that I'm definitely understanding. My muscle memory is kicking in, and I know how much throttle is going to get the wheel up, and then the confidence of just keeping on the throttle, keeping it going, and keeping that back brake covered. Also learning how to steer, a little bit side to side. The worst thing I was going through early on was balancing side to side. It just never seemed to click. I'd always just fall over one side, the other side. And then out of nowhere, I just started learning how to get this little bike to shift and steer. So once that worked out, all was good. Editing this video and watching it back, it's been already a week or two since this, and it's already so much better even now. These aren't even that far for what I'm capable of now. I could definitely probably go down this whole street. I'm still not quite managing the balance point or able to slow it down, but I can keep it going, up until I'm doing 30, 35 miles an hour, and probably can cover, a couple blocks, but I'm definitely getting there. And it's just now my struggle at the point I'm at is the brake is pretty sensitive. So if I get to that point and I touch the brake, it brings me down too far and I can't recover from it. So I've been trying to rely on the regen to bring me back a little bit if I get close to the balance, and if I get a little bit too far, then I have to use the brake and it brings it down. Wheeling up a slight incline also helps the balance point be a little bit lower and not as scary high. So sometimes I go to a little hill and try there, but mostly just right this neighborhood is good. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys have tips, or if you like this video, hit a thumbs up there. I appreciate it.